Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Aufnahme von Disco Elysium. Plan ist, auf jeden Fall einmal zum Auto zu gehen und uns mit unserer Dienststelle in Verbindung zu setzen. Und vielleicht vorher noch einmal mit Kim über den Fall zu reden. Meinte doch, er hätte noch Informationen, genau. Erzählen Sie mir von dem Fall.
What do you want to know?
Buchstäblich alles. Ich kann mich an gar nichts erinnern.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
Er schlägt seine Notizen auf. Kurz, ja, klingt gut.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Moment, wird in der Zusammenfassung erwähnt, wer das Opfer war?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Warum wussten wir nichts über den Anrufer?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Warum wollte der Anrufer nicht erkannt werden?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Um es ganz deutlich zu sagen, unser Job ist es, den Mörder zu finden?
That's right.
Würden Sie sagen, dass der Fall mysteriös ist?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Warum nicht?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Okay, also ist der Fall wahrscheinlich nicht mysteriös, aber könnte er sexy sein?
There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was
Cut this boring stuff off immediately. You know what this case is about.
Vielleicht ist eine junge Frau in den Fall verwickelt.
Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful blonde 19-year-old woman at the heart of this case. A rich one, in fact. Part of a murder sex cult.
Ich glaube, das meint er sarkastisch, oder? Es muss nicht unbedingt um Mord gehen. Sex reicht auch schon aus.
Actually, it does have to be murder. This is a murder investigation. But we digress.
Okay.
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit. Then hit him with it.
Wenn wir zu verschiedenen Revieren gehören, wie kommt es dann, dass wir am selben Fall arbeiten?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
Wie meinen Sie das?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
Sie wissen doch, worin ich eingeweiht bin. Retrograde Amnesie.
Better still than an imbecile cop-off.
Sagen Sie es mir.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
Was für ein dusseliges Verhalten.
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ach, hier geht es also darum, wer in Martinez das Sagen hat.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
Also haben sie sich freiwillig gemeldet, um ihnen einen Strich durch die Rechnung zu machen.
Yes, I am an unrepentant spoilsport.
Was ist an Martinez so besonders?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't.
Was das wohl über mich aussagt, dass mein Revier mich geschickt hat? Zieht eine Augenbraue hoch und zieht es vor, dir den nächsten Schritt zu überlassen. Das lässt nur eine Schlussfolgerung zu. Ich bin der Beste, eine wahre Maschine zum Lösen von Fällen und ich wurde geschickt, um sie auf jede erdenkliche Art und Weise zu übertrumpfen.
A good joke.
Ja.
He does not actually think it was a good joke.
Natürlich war es ein Witz. Schauen Sie mich doch an. Wie könnte ich mit Ihnen mithalten? Sie haben wahrscheinlich jede Menge gelöster Fälle.
It's not that many. Officer, I'm sure you have a lot more cases solved. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? If not, we should move.
Okay, genug vom Wettbewerb.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
3%. Ich bin einfach nur dumm. Ich glaube, Sie sollten wissen, dass ich mich an nichts erinnern kann.
No response. He just arches his brow.
Okay, vergessen Sie
The
es.
moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Sehr interessiert. Ich will über Sie reden.
Me?
Ja, über Sie.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Wenn wir ein engeres Verhältnis haben, erleichtert das unsere Zusammenarbeit.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Sie sehen nicht wie andere Leute hier
That's
aus.
because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
Was ist Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Es klingt nur uninteressant, wie Sie es erklären. Ich will trotzdem mehr über Seoul wissen.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
Na gut. Sie tragen eine Brille.
That's correct.
That makes him a binoclad. Completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
Weiß nicht, was Binoclad bedeuten soll, aber ich werde ihn keinen Bino nennen. Brillen sind cool.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
Erzählen Sie mir ein Geheimnis über sich.
No.
Nein. Ich frage noch einmal.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
Oh, wow. Was ist denn los mit mir?
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
Wie kann ich mich dagegen wehren?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Ich schreie still um Hilfe.
If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could wreak. Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the good of the investigation. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Warum ist die Musik auf einmal so laut geworden? Führen Sie jemals Selbstgespräche?
What do you mean?
Na, wenn Sie nachdenken, führen Sie jemals eine Unterhaltung mit, nun ja, Ihrem Gehirn?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Das heißt, dass Ihr Gehirn Ihnen nie Ratschläge oder Warnungen oder so etwas zukommen lässt?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages.
Kann ich kurz... Irgendwie... Ganz plötzlich die Musik laut geworden. Muss mal ein bisschen leiser. Damit nicht so den Dialog übertönt. Der jetzt vorbei ist. Alles klar. Ist normal, dass ich jetzt nicht mehr mit ihm reden kann? Ich glaube, irgendwas stimmt hier gerade nicht. Ich kann mir auch gerade nichts anzeigen lassen oder so. Ey, warum passiert das immer mir? Warum passieren irgendwelche seltsamen Bugs? Okay. Ich kann auch gerade nicht speichern und nichts. Okay, irgendwas ist komisch hier. Moment. Einen Moment bitte. So, da bin ich wieder. Ich hoffe, das mit dem Bug hat sich jetzt erledigt. Ich musste einmal alles nachspielen, aber ich hoffe, es sollte jetzt weitergehen.
That's where his conversations with himself take place.
Okay.
You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Das wäre vorerst alles.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Sie scheinen mir hinterher zu laufen.
Excuse me?
Nichts, nur eine
You
Beobachtung.
have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
Was meinen Sie denn mit unverwechselbar?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
Inwiefern?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Meinen Sie das ernst? Warum Behälter?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Gut, jetzt sieht doch alles wieder normal aus. Waren aus dem Lastwagen liegen willkürlich verstreut in der Umgebung herum. Ein Hochglanzmagazin, die kräftigsten Männer. Diese Ausgabe enthält eine Top-10-Liste. Oh nein, alle viel attraktiver als du. Okay. Jump Jams, ein beliebtes Musikmagazin. Lass dich von gut aussehenden Männern nicht ins Boxhorn jagen, das ist albern. Hello?
Welcome to Revachol.
Klärt der rundliche Mann. Die Bemerkung ist nicht an dich gerichtet, sondern an den Lieutenant. Aha. Warum sagen Sie so etwas zu meinem Partner?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Hey.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Zeigen Sie es ihm.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Höllisch, wie?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Da haben Sie total recht, Kim. Ich bin auf Ihrer Seite.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Alle so homophob hier. Der Lastwagenfahrer spuckt auf den Boden.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Jetzt, wo das geklärt ist, hätten wir ein paar Fragen.
Whatever you say, officers.
Er wartet teilnahmslos, während seine Zigarette zwischen seinen Fingern glimmt. Streit? Ach so, das ist ja eigentlich klar. Was haben Sie geladen?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Moment, wie lange geht das denn schon so?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
Seit der Typ getötet wurde vielleicht? Was für Fracht sollen Sie denn abholen?
Apples?
Äpfel.
Yeah, apples? I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Haben Sie eine Kippe?
No.
He's got a smoke right there in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to his garbage.
Sie rauchen gerade
It's my
eine.
last one.
Verstecken Sie Kippen von mir?
Why would I do that? I'm an honest man.
Er drückt seine Zigarette aus und schnipst den winzigen Stummel in Richtung Straße. Cool, cool, cool. Ich wollte sowieso keine mehr.
I bet.
Sein gelassener Blick durchbohrt dich, während giftige Ausdünstungen durch die ihn umgebende Luft wabern.
Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
Er deutet ein halb ironisches Nicken an. Worum ging es bei diesem Streit?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
Er spuckt auf den Boden.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Ach, Sie sind bloß ein Rassist, das leuchtet mir ein.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Ja, ich merke schon, was für ein Paradebeispiel für natürliche Überlegenheit Sie sind.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Okay, und?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kids are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. Aha, ich habe mir schon eine Meinung gebildet. Wollen Sie sie hören? Oh?
Wissen Sie was? Für mich ist das überhaupt nicht okay. Ficken Sie sich doch.
Don't push your luck, runt.
Der Mann sieht dich angewidert an, wendet sich dann ab und ignoriert dich. Das ist mir eigentlich egal. Das ist mir eigentlich egal. Ein Mülleimer. Magnesium.